The fastest way to lose power is to react, not to lose the argument, not to lose the position, but to lose control over yourself. The moment someone can change your emotional state with a sentence, they have influence over you, and influence is currency. If your mood can be shifted, you are movable. If you are movable, you are controllable. Most people confuse intensity with strength. They think loud means dominant. They think fast response means confidence. It doesn't. It means you were triggered. And the triggered person is already losing. The calm person in the room is not passive. He is not weak. He is evaluating. He understands something most people ignore. Reaction is surrender. Because reaction means you allowed external stimulus to dictate internal movement. And internal movement is power. Whoever controls your internal state controls your behavior. And whoever controls your behavior controls the outcome. Power begins in the space between stimulus and response. Most people eliminate that space. Strong people expand it. Reaction feels satisfying. It feels immediate. It feels like you are defending yourself. But defense is not dominance. Defense is position recovery. And if you are recovering position, you already lost it. The reactive person operates on impulse. Impulse is automatic. Automatic means predictable. Predictable behavior can be engineered, manipulated, provoked, directed. When someone raises their voice and you raise yours, you synchronized with their energy. You did not lead the tempo. You followed it. The calm individual does not chase emotional rhythm. He slows it down. He forces space. He refuses synchronization. And when he refuses synchronization, he breaks the cycle. Breaking the cycle creates hierarchy, because the one who is not emotionally pulled is perceived as above the interaction. Hierarchy is rarely declared. It is felt, and calmness is felt. Every emotional reaction reveals a weak point. Anger reveals sensitivity. Over-explaining reveals insecurity. Immediate defense reveals doubt. The more you justify, the more you expose. And exposure creates leverage. Leverage allows repetition. If someone knows what triggers you, they can trigger you again, and again, and again, until you become predictable. The one who does not react reveals nothing. No confirmation, no validation, no emotional spike. That absence creates mystery. Mystery increases perceived depth. Perceived depth increases perceived power, because people fear what they cannot read. Calmness under pressure is not personality. It is training. It is discipline applied to emotion. Most people train body. Few train reaction. The ability to not move emotionally when provoked is a weapon. Because emotional control is influence, silence is not emptiness. It is containment. When someone attacks verbally and you pause, you stretch time. Time creates discomfort. Discomfort creates doubt. Doubt destabilizes aggression. Most aggressive individuals require immediate feedback. Without feedback, they overextend. Overextension creates exposure. Exposure creates vulnerability. The person who is not rushed is perceived as higher in hierarchy. Urgency signals need. Need signals dependence. Dependence lowers status. Control raises it. When you do not need to react, you signal independence from the emotional field. That independence creates gravity. Gravity pulls without effort. Stillness intimidates without aggression. And intimidation without noise is the highest form of dominance. Most people believe power is about dominance, raising voice, winning arguments, destroying opposition. But real power in social dynamics is emotional control. When someone attempts to destabilize you and fails, the hierarchy shifts instantly. Humans subconsciously measure strength by emotional stability. If you are easily provoked, you are perceived as unstable. If you are unstable, you are unsafe. And unsafe individuals are not followed. They are tolerated. Silence in the face of pressure creates weight, not passive silence, intentional silence. The kind that communicates, "I see what you're doing," but without verbalizing it. That psychological signal creates discomfort in the aggressor, because aggression feeds on feedback. Without feedback, aggression burns itself out. And when aggression burns out, the calm individual remains standing. Eye contact without reaction is destabilizing. It forces the other person to question their position. Did it work? Did it matter? Was it enough? And doubt is the beginning of collapse. There is a psychological phenomenon most people don't understand. Humans are wired to seek emotional reciprocity. If I escalate, you escalate. If I laugh, you laugh. If I attack, you defend. When that pattern breaks, the brain experiences friction. Non-reaction interrupts expectation, and interrupted expectation creates cognitive instability. The aggressor must now reassess. That reassessment costs energy. The one who remains calm spends none. The silent observer collects data, tone shifts, body language changes, micro-expressions appear. While the emotional individual is leaking information, the calm individual is building advantage. Power is often informational. The one who knows more reacts less. The one who reacts more reveals more. Watch someone over-explain. Watch how they justify. Watch how they try to regain position. Every word is evidence of pressure. The calm individual does not need that, because silence already positioned him above. In social hierarchy, status is rarely assigned by volume. It is assigned by stability. The most respected individual in the room is often the least reactive. He does not compete emotionally. He does not chase validation. He does not rush to defend his ego. Ego defends his emotional noise. Emotional noise lowers clarity, and clarity is dominance. When someone cannot move you, they feel smaller, because humans measure power through effect. If they produce no effect, they lose perceived influence, and perceived influence is the foundation of control. The moment others realize they cannot shift your state, they stop trying, not because they respect you emotionally, but because they respect you structurally. Stability compounds, like discipline, like silence, like restraint. Each time you choose not to react, you reinforce identity. You teach your nervous system that impulse is optional. You teach your mind that control is default. And repetition creates inevitability. Most people will react, because reacting feels alive, feels like defending, it feels like strength. But strength is not explosion. Strength is containment. When you do not react, you remove leverage. When you remove leverage, you remove manipulation. When you remove manipulation, you remove control. And when no one controls your emotional state, you become unpredictable. Unpredictable individuals are respected, not because they are loud, but because they are immovable. Power does not shout. It does not react. It does not defend itself impulsively. It observes. It waits. It chooses. And the one who chooses controls the game. OBS 1 Diane Mind. Most people will scroll. A few will stay. If you're one of them, subscribe.